Coach, appreciate you joining us. Thank you for sitting down with us. It's been a little bit, but obviously with the regular season kind of in the book, so to speak, competing for a conference championship this weekend, how do you feel like this regular season on both the men's and women's side is stacked up maybe to regular seasons past?
Man, it's been a banner year for our program this year. We're really excited about where we're at. Going to Chili Pepper and the guys both teams finishing in the top 5. The ladies were 3rd, so we got a little plaque for that, which was cool. First time that's ever happened in program history. That was really their coming out party. That was the first time the women really felt like, yeah, we're actually pretty good. We're on our way, and so that helped. And then when we got to A&M, those guys finishing 3rd, and all the really strong teams that we beat, the ranked teams. We're in a really good spot right now. I think the big part of that is it just gives them some confidence, and it kind of underscores like, yeah, we believe we're fit, but then when you see it in the competition itself, and when you start beating people that you've never beat before, you start to walk around kind of confident. You believe in yourself, and we're not trying to put that horse in front of the cart, but we feel good. Cart in front of the horse.
And Coach, looking at obviously your women's team, 2 team titles, 2 of the top 5 finishes like you just mentioned. What are your thoughts on their efforts so far this year? And is there anything that going into the season maybe you were a little uncertain of, whether it was runner performance or different things that may have panned out obviously in your guys' favor?
Well, we got a lot of pretty solid individuals, and they've got really good credentials. We got some good resumes on our team, but just seeing it all come together at once, and that's what's necessary. Like, we can have a good individual or 2 on any given day and be a strong team, be competitive, and be near the front, but to win a championship, you got to have really minimum 5, but we hope to have 6 or 7 girls hit all at the same time on the same day. So that's really what it's all about, is just making sure everybody comes together and they move as one and practice on a daily basis and through competition thus far this year. So we're feeling good.
And on the men's side, obviously I know that's you got some heavy veteran leadership there, some guys that have ran a mile or 2, so to speak. How do you feel like that's translated to some of the younger guys and been able to kind of bring them along during this regular season?
Well, really, that's kind of the cool thing about being a combined program, is the men and women train together. And you're right, we've got more senior leadership on the men's side. We've got more wily veterans, but I think that's rubbed off on the ladies' team as well. Like, they can kind of follow that lead a little bit, and they've come into their own in a lot of ways. But the guys' team, again, they're very veteran. They've run, some of them, 4 and 5 conference championships, kind of like across track and indoors and outdoors and cross country. So a ton of experience, a ton of positive all-conference performances already. So they're doing a really good job right now, buying into the program and taking care of business, doing those little things on the day-to-day, week-to-week. So.
And Coach, you kind of hit on it a little bit just moments ago, but with obviously your team's performances stacking up really well in the region, and I mean, I think you would say it's a somewhat of a loaded region. I mean, there's some teams that you look, some Power 4 teams, so to speak, where you're like, man, those names really kind of pop out on paper, and the Jacks are right there amongst them. Kind of, how does that?
It's pretty cool.
How does that help the current team, but also just the perspectives moving forward, knowing that, hey, this is a team where you're going to come to SFA, you're going to compete for championships, but you're also going to compete with the best in the region.
Yeah, I mean, our men being 4th in the region right now, that's the highest ranking that we've ever had, which is really cool. Again, it speaks to their hard work and their dedication and them buying in and doing the little things, but it also it bolsters their confidence so they can walk around believing in what they're doing. But it helps us, in the now with the confidence part, but then for recruiting, you're getting more calls, getting more emails, getting more interest, and people want to be a part of this. They can see where we were at 4 or 5 years ago and how we've kind of just stacked the bricks every single year. And but it feels good too, because we've got some great leaders that we'll miss, but we got a lot in the coffer, so this is a sustainable thing for us, in my opinion.
And Coach, obviously the regular season kind of just, like you said, week in and week out, like you just mentioned, kind of the brick metaphor. You keep stacking bricks, and it kind of leads into this week of the season where you're competing for a conference championship on Friday morning. You had an opportunity to see the course about a month and a half back and kind of a preview meet. How do you think that will help your squads, and kind of what are your overall expectations going to Natchitoches?
Yeah, you just never really know what you're going to get until you get on that course for the first time. Like, how sharp are the turns? How tall is the grass? How bumpy is it out there? And they laid out a nice course. It's real close to the football stadium, so a lot of folks have probably already seen it. There's intramural fields right back there. It's going to be a fast course, but it does turn a lot. It's 4 loops, so just having some of that insider info and having felt that and navigated it already. Again, it speaks to confidence for our guys. Those guys know exactly where they want to make their moves and where we can do the most work out there. So I would say it's definitely an advantage being that close to home, and it'll help too because we got some fan vans that are going, so we're excited about that. And so we'll get some of the track team and some local people out there to cheer us on and get us around the course.
Awesome, Coach. Thank you for joining us. Best of luck this Friday.
Thanks, man. Appreciate it. Axum.